Good morning and welcome to the MESCH TV newscast.
Today's topic will be the events that led up to the French Revolution.
We are your hosts, Julian Franco,
East Vanberg,
and let's get started. It all started on June 20th, 1789, the tennis court oath. The third estate of the States General met in a commercial tennis court and swore an oath declaring they would remain until France had a constitution.
What followed next was the storming of the Bastille, which took place on July 14, 1789. The Bastille was a royal prison and towering figure of repression of the king and royal order. It held gunpowder and arms as well as 6 or 7 political prisoners. A large crowd gathered at the prison and tried to organize a handover of the gunpowder. But the governor of the Bastille refused, so they broke into the prison courtyard and the prison guards opened fire and killed around 100 of the crowd. The governor of the Bastille was beheaded and his head put on a pike.
Another important event was the October Day/Women's March to Versailles, which took place October 5th through 6th, 1789. A crowd of around 7,000, mainly militant working women of France, marched to the King's Palace in Versailles, demanding the price of bread and food be brought down and that the people who were unpatriotic towards the revolution be punished. They chanted horrible slurs at the royal family, hence the saying, "talking like a fish's wife." They burst into the king's chambers and marched the royals and the National Assembly back to Paris, the revolutionary home.
What followed after the Women's March at Versailles was the Champ de Mars massacres, which took place on July 17, 1791. Crowds gathered to sign a petition for a Republican Constitution and deposition of the king. Things got out of hand quickly and they turned on 2 suspicious individuals. The National Guard was called in and 50 people were killed plus many more injured. This created more distrust by the revolutionaries in Lafayette, who was the National Guard leader and fellow revolutionary, and shows the beginning of 2 separate revolutions. The original revolution, which began in 1789, and the new, more radical one, which aimed at making France a republic.
Now we move to early August 1792, where the formation of the insurrectionary commune started. The 48 local councils of Paris merged into one radical body, a virtual parliament. They demanded to be recognized as the governing body/parliament for the working people.
On August 10, 1792, the French monarchy was overthrown. The insurrectionary commune organized 20,000 people for a demonstration against the king. Louis had only 900 Swiss guards plus another 700 royalist guards and 2,000 National Guards whose loyalty was doubtful. As the crowd marched and called for the overthrow of the king, the National Guard switched sides and joined the demonstrators. The Swiss guards, however, stayed loyal to the king and refused to surrender. They fired on the crowd. The crowd invaded the palace and murdered all in their sight, guards and servants alike. The National Assembly and king, fearing for their lives, recognized the commune and agreed to set up a new parliament elected by universal male suffrage. They agreed that the king be handed over to the people. Thus, the revolution had been shifted from being driven by the middle class to the working class, or popular revolutionary movement. The time period from September 2nd to September 6th is known as the September Massacres. These massacres were caused by the imminent threat of invasion by Austrian and Prussian forces, and the paranoia and terror as a result. People formed vigilante groups and brusquely condemned around 1,200 prisoners to death on suspicion of counter-revolutionary planning.
Welcome back. We end our journey with the Declaration of the Republic, which took place September 22nd, 1792. The National Convention was set up, elected by the universal male suffrage to provide a new constitution after the deposition of the king. It first met on September 21st, 1792, and on the next day proclaimed France a republic. Hi.
Hey.
From everyone at MESCH TV's newscast, we wish you a happy and safe day.
we gonna cut it there?
Sure, I guess so.
Don't move.
Stop.
Stop. Hammer time.
Can't touch this. Ring the bell, school's back in. Break it down.